and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. I am Celina Rose, and today we are going to figure out what's hindering your soul connection. So first I want to talk a little about what I mean with soul connection. Soul connection in this case could be either your own connection to your soul, or it could be your connection to another soul, or it could be your connections to another part of your soul that's connected to this life that you're having now, or something completely else that spirit hasn't told me yet. We'll just go with the flow and see where it takes us. Sorry, I just needed a bit of water. I have 3 decks here. As you see, you have the Arcanum Tarot, that's going to be the foundation for pile number 1. The Gilded Tarot, that's going to be the foundation for pile number 2. And the Mermaid Tarot, that's going to be the foundation for pile number 3. So take a deep breath and figure out which deck you are being called to. And then there will be timestamps down below. And let's get ready for group pile number 1. So, pile number 1. What's hindering your soul connection? Let's figure it out by seeing what's going on with the cards here. So, what's hindering pile 1's soul connection? Oops. Thank you. I'm gonna take the cards out first and then we're gonna look at them after. What's hindering pile 1's soul connection? Thank you. Maybe one more, please. Thank you. Oh, there's 2. Okay. Just checking that you can see it. Oh. Yeah, okay, you can. Great. So, let's move this a bit. The frame is awfully small. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. So we have the 6 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands reversed, 9 of Pentacles reversed, King of Cups reversed, and the Moon upright. So let's see what Spirit has to say. I'm just gonna need a second here. The energy is very heavy and clouded. So I feel like this is the connection to your own intuition here that's being hindered here. And I feel like with this 6 of Swords here in reverse, it is the belief that you can do it that's hindered. If you see, they are in like this dark place and headed out towards a lighter place, a brighter place, but it feels like that you don't think that you can go to this brighter place, that it is going to require something special to get there, and that you don't have that special. So here with the five of Swords, it feels like that again, like with all the darkness, it feels like you're in the darkness and this is where you're supposed to be. And I would say like 5 of Swords talks about like an unfair victory, or and it feels like that you see there's someone walking there with the back towards you, and it's like that you have turned your back to your intuition, so that's actually your intuition is standing here wanting to like turn around and like, hello, I'm here, let's, live in alignment with the universe, and you're like standing firmly with your sword and like with your guards up, and you're like, this is like, I like almost forcefully, I feel like I want this to work, I need this to work. Where your intuition is like behind you, like, hello. Yeah, I feel like there's a message wanting to come through, but from this deck, like sometimes you just take the messages from the cards, the decks as it comes, and sometimes I take it in order that's very different from pile to pile and reading to reading. Got here the angel of the angel of friendship. It's actually kind of beautiful, beautiful, and it was in reverse. So that's what I take it with, like with your intuition, that it's like it wants to be your friend. It wants you to know that it's there, and it wants you to put some attention to it, and to nurture that relationship that you can actually have with your intuition, with yourself, in order for you to find not necessarily happiness, but for you to find that missing piece I feel it's missing inside of you. That is to like find your intuition. And with the Eight of Wands, it feels like that to you, like trying to find your intuition would be something like, shooting an arrow in the dark and then hoping it lands somewhere that you can use. So it feels very unsafe, sort of, for you to try and find this. But with the moon here, like the moon is just all about intuition and how to say, like intuitions and cycles and finding what's behind, and it's also a light in in the dark. So I really feel like that, like it is possible. You just gotta find the way and the right not people but tools, the right tools to help you. And here another card came when I was shuffling, Angel of Truth. So I feel like that with this card that you are being encouraged to be aware of your words, that you like begin to be aware that you're speaking your truth, and that you are being or that you're going to honor your side of things and honor your feelings and honor your thoughts by speaking the truth. That also includes speaking only nice words about yourself, because constantly saying bad words to or about yourself is just going to keep you standing with this forceful attitude towards your intuition, because your intuition knows that where you're from, that you are a part of source energy, and source energy is light and unconditional love and gratitude and passion, compassion, and so constantly saying things that's not originated from that kind of place just makes the crack between you and your intuitions bigger. So start paying attention to your words, and every time you say something that you feel is like, that's actually not what I want. Like, for instance, if you say yes to go to somewhere but you actually don't want to, it's okay to say no. Because if you don't want to but you say yes anyway, then again you're making the gap bigger and bigger. But by saying no, by sticking to your truth, you're honoring how you feel. And how you feel is aligned with your intuition. Or it can be aligned with your intuition if you listen to the intuition. But you only know what your intuition is saying by practicing. And the first step for you is to speak the truth. And I feel here with it also has to do with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like that you, actually exactly what I was just talking about, that like there are different, like, you know, there are hands and hands and hands, like everywhere just pulling in you, and just the mere thought of having to like actually firmly stand your ground for yourself is a bit provoking to you. Like I feel like you have maybe this kind of pleaser energy in you, not in the sense of that you always put yourself last, but in the sense of that you're not fully honoring yourself with the like situations to go. Like maybe you give too much of yourself instead of keeping something for you. And here it's pictured as money, but it's not necessarily money that this is referring to. It might as well be like just energy, because money is energy, everything is energy. So you're just giving a bit too much of yourself. And then here with the King of Cups in reverse, I feel like that kind of the same, like saying the same as the Six of Swords, that you don't feel that you deserve it to be aligned with your intuition. Maybe you have done or said something that you just know is completely not wrong, because you're just saying your truth, but the word I'm looking for is that you had said something maybe intentionally hurtful to someone, that you have then felt has created this gap between you and then who you are. That sounds a bit fluffy, but I hope there's some of you out there that like that resonates with this. And it just feels like that you are to come to the acceptance of that whatever happened here happened, and it happened for a reason, but also that you yourself have the strength and the power to turn this card around, to turn this king around, and be this fulfilled person. We have here with the Angel of Harmony, where there's just balance inside, and you have the chance and the opportunity to achieve that. Sorry. And you do that by starting to speak your truth, because this king here, he wants to, you be flipped around and be honored. When you honor him, you honor yourself, you honor your intuition, and you strengthen your soul connection by speaking the truth, your truth, and being able to say no. And this here with the moon card, as I said when we had it over here earlier, just your intuition is there. You may feel like you don't know it, you may feel like you can't feel it, but it's there. And it's actually within reach for you. There's this little crab here that's like below water, just looking up this pretty full moon and like gazing upon it. So maybe you're like watching videos like this and like, oh my god, I wish I knew how to do that, or and just you have that power within yourself. Sorry, I just thought stop recording. You have that power within yourself. Everybody does. You just practice it with your truth. So let's see, like these cards called to me. What do you want to say? Felt like an extra message about the new. Whoa! That was the entire deck that flew out there. Did one of them turn? No, they didn't. Then I got back to shuffling. It almost came up. It's a clarifying card on the moon. Wait, was it 10 card anyway? Yeah, there was a 10 card. Thought so. 3 of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords generally speaks about like a broken heart, and with this, because it's reversed, it's like the brokenness and the pain is starting to leave the heart. So I feel like that maybe you have in the past have followed something you thought that was your intuition, and then you had ended up getting hurt, and you're only now like beginning to recover from that, or like now you're at a place where you're like, okay, maybe we can give it a go again. But this card in like now is telling you that what, like the action that you took in the past and you thought was your intuition actually wasn't your intuition, but it was your, like your brain, your ego, that like wanted to keep you in some unhealthy patterns. So it made you do what you did to keep you there, to prevent you from growing. And that's what the ego does, because when we start to grow, then we go out of our comfort zone, and all our ego wants is to feel safe. And being in the comfort zone, being out of the comfort zone, is not safe. So with this card, you're also being urged to like double check, maybe with a pendulum, if it is your intuition or if it is your ego. So if you don't have a pendulum, maybe consider getting one, because that's like a shortcut to your intuition, and you can use that for yes and no maybe questions at a beginner level. So when you have like something, okay, should I accept the job offer, and then you ask your pendulum, and then it can swing either yes, or it can swing no. But I'm sure there are videos like on YouTube to show that, or if not, then I can make one. Just comment down below. But find a way to make sure that it is indeed your intuition and not your ego that's talking to you when you start trying this up again. Because whatever happened in the past, it was not your intuition that led you there. Thereby not saying that following your intuition will be like this, like the happy all stuff all the time. It definitely isn't. But everything is happening for your greater good. The bottom deck energy that came was the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man, to me, he is like really spiritual. And I feel like that you, pile one, watching this, you actually are very spiritual too. It's just hidden so dark. What? It's just hidden so well in darkness that you can't see. If you see the card, he has like this light around him in the dark. You just can't see that light that's in you. And you also find that light by speaking the truth. And like it is possible to find it for you. Sorry, it's possible for you to find it. So let's see if we have an advice here for you. Okay, we did. How many cards with that? Oh, I can't take this many, Spirit. How many? Then that one. That one. Okay. Okay, so let's see. An advice. And Knight. Be brave and honest. I love energy. Like how this just symbolism is just so similar. Be brave is about going into the darkness, being able to face your darkness and having the courage to face your darkness, and the knowledge that facing your darkness won't hurt you, that facing your darkness actually is for your greater good. If you see here, there's a rose behind him. It's upright, where this rose is pointing down and it's hurting and it's bleeding, and there are more roses appearing behind him. Oh, I love energy. Sorry, it just amazes me every time. And this card again, like with the honesty, like find a way to make sure that the path you're following is actually truly guided by your intuition. Then we have the Hermit, which retreat and recharge. This card tells me about when it pops up here that don't be too brave. Basically, don't just storm head on in and try to take on 5 million shadow sides aspects of yourself at a time. Just find one and work with that. And then when that's like solved and you feel at peace, then you can like okay, and then wait for the next intuition pop, spark, guidance, direction, like however it works for you. Wait for that, and then you can take the next step towards the next shadow aspect of yourself that's hindering your soul connection. So just be brave, get in, work with it, and then relax and celebrate what you have done. Celebration and gratitude and love is so important. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Did I mention that I love energy? Enjoy it, like, and take the rewards, like being able to face your shadow sides and overcome them, and just going in and working with them is just like it's not easy, and it's not supposed to be easy because you're cleaning up, but on the same on the other side, it is also very easy because you're cleaning up. Like, imagine yourself being a house and then you're just like finding some dusty old books that needs to get cleaned, and then you're like, okay, do I need this book? Have I had like, is it this book doing something for me? Like, is it a book I want to go back to and read? Yes, okay, then figure out, okay, which pages in the book do we need to rewrite? Then you rewrite those pages. If it's a book that you don't want, it's a book you don't feel that's doing anything for you, okay, bye book, out of the way. Yeah, that's so amazing. Then we have, like, the last card was the bottom deck energy for this set. It's the Mother Earth card. Feel loved and comforted, and that again speaks to me about this. Actually, the whole union of it all, like the way that you go in towards the darkness, like both with the actually, but with the masculine energy, like, okay, we gotta go in, we gotta do something, but also with the feminine energy, that you're like going in, that you're going in to find what's hindering or to release what's hindering this connection, that you're going in with love, and you're going in with compassion, and you're going in with light, all those feelings and emotions and energy that your intuition knows that you are a part of. So go in with both of them, like both of these qualities, and then you will smack it. is you know what, just it will just, everything will just start to align for you, and you'll find that intuition, and you will find that like spirituality, and this crab here will like get wings and fly to the moon, like, and you will find it really feels like you'll find that missing piece that you're looking for by getting in tune with your intuition. Okay, I took this one. It was like yeah, I ended up taking them all anyway. Oracle. Wait for important information. That is aligned with the Hermit. That it, like, don't force it, because if you end up forcing the next step and the next step and the next step, then it will be your ego that's like, okay, head on, head on, head on, head on, head on. If you just sit back and wait for your intuition to guide you where you need to go, wait for the universe to guide you where you need to go, then it'll just be so much easier, because they're happening so much backstage that we as humans don't see, that the universe is aligning for us and preparing for us in order for this expansion of growth to be able to happen. And if we are forcing it, then maybe all of the steps is not ready yet. So just take a chill and be. You can do it. Like, that is what I'm hearing. Remember the love. You can do it. And take a chill. Yeah. That's it for you. Pile 1. That was actually, it turned out really amazing. Of course, it was amazing from the beginning too. If you personal reading, everything is down below, and any interaction with this video, comment or subscribe, like it really helps the algorithm, that helps my channel to grow, so I can reach more people, and I really want to reach more people with all of this amazing energy work. I just love it. But if you enjoyed it, please, anything, just, it would be amazing. And now let's get ready for number 2. I'm just gonna take more. So, what is hindering your soul connection? Just gonna take out all the cards, and then we're gonna see what happens. We have the 7 of Cups. See what's coming here. Have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So, Spirit, what's hindering? Thank you. Judgment card. I see what's going on. Oh, did it flip? No, it didn't. So, you have more cards for me, Spirit. What's hindering pile 2 soul connection? The 9 of Pentacles. Thank you. Have the Knight of Cups. And, ooh, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And the 2 of Wands. You see them all? Yeah, you can. Okay, amazing. 2 of Wands. Sorry, I swallowed an S there. Okay. So, immediately, like 8, 9, 10 Pentacles. And it feels like, because we're reading from left to right, it's going downwards for you. And because there's so much Pentacle energies, it's also like that like pentacles are the how should I, like it's the earth, it's the touchable things. It could material things like your house, your car, your work, like heavy work. So it's like that you just have, or that you just feel that you have too much going on for you to nurture this soul connection. And I feel like you know that you have the soul connection here with the Seven of Cups. You know that you have all of these amazing opportunities that you can reach for. And when like and then it feels like you're just in the mindset of I don't have enough time. 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 And then law of attraction here, symbolized by the judgment, comes in and saying, okay, you don't have enough time. Let's make sure that you know that you don't have enough time. And then it keeps adding on to that emotion of you not having enough time. And that is why it's going downwards. That like, okay, you were like, you had a good place. You was able to do it all except nurture the soul connection. But then you're like, oh my god, I'm not able to nurture this soul connection. I'm not able to nurture this soul connection. And then you're like, okay. In law of attraction was like, okay, you're not able to. Then you move down to 9 pentacles, like you lost a pentacle. But it was alright because like you had that feeling of, okay, I have it all. Okay, this is okay, this is okay. But then something emotional came in, like the emotions came back of like not having enough time, because maybe you felt drawn to nurture the soul connection. I'm like, okay, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And then law of attraction came again. Boom, 8 of Pentacles. So like you kept taking a step down the ladder, and now you're here, like in this reading, and you're with the Two of Wands. You're being presented with a choice. Okay, do you choose to go left, continue down the path, or do you choose to go right and take another path? So you like actually with this whole reading, you're like being asked to make a choice. Do you want to continue with this mindset and not having enough time, or do you want to change your mindset so you actually will get time for this soul connection? Because I feel like you really like it feels like you are like a spiritual person, and then it's like you like you know that it's there and you know how to access it. You have just gotten or become very overwhelmed in your physical world, in the 3D world of things, and then like what you focus on and what you get. So when you focus on not having time, you will get less time. There's still 24 hours a day, but the feeling of not having enough time, it's actually very beautiful put here. You see like there's like people around the harness, like being sucked in and reached in and grabbed in, and grabbed in, and just like how you can see, okay, how it all plays out like behind the scenes. And you can see it's happening, but the law of attraction is working, like whether we know it or not, all the time. Everything in your reality is something you have made. You have created that. That is how law of attraction works. Okay, so okay, Elder. Okay, yeah. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So it feels like here with the Two of Wands, and actually what's been going on here with the Pentacles going down, that the reason that you have chosen to not pursue the soul connection and chosen to focus on the material wealth aspects is because that is what has been expected of you from your parents or from society and from your friends and just people around. I'm so sorry, I gotta puha. Sorry. From people around you, it just feels like that's the pressure that's put on you, and you have chosen to tap along. There's nothing wrong with tagging along. There's learnings in everything. But now here you're like the time is to make a choice to follow that soul that you can feel, follow that fire burning within you, and that happiness and those stars and the peace and the joy and the growth and the light. Like, follow that, or continue down the path of not having enough. Continue down the path of what's expected of you. And that is really what you're being urged to shine some light upon. No, Spirit, I can't take 5 million cards. Thank you. And like, Spirit is not urging you to like go out tomorrow and quit your job or your career or your studies or whatever you're doing. And like, okay, I'm out of here, done. I'm just gonna sit on this rock and eat light. Like, it's nothing like that. Just figure out what in your life you're doing for you and what in your life you're doing for others, because there's only one you, and you deserve to live life as you want it to play out, because you are the main character in your life. Let's see if there's another message coming through here. It's difficult for me to shuffle these cards because my hand is so small. Any other messages here? Yep, that one. Okay. So we got also the Oracle card. Wait for important information. And that's actually what I was touching on before as well. With, don't just like head out straight and quit your job and your like tell your family that I'm gonna quit it, I'm gonna do anything. I'm sorry, tongue twister. I'm gonna do everything exactly opposite from now on, and you're just gonna sit there and not say anything. Just let this reading sink in, and okay, figure out, what am I doing for me? And what am I doing for others? And then when you figure out what you're doing for others, then you're like, okay, why am I doing this? And what would I rather do? And that's like the most important one, because what would I rather do starts, you see, it's actually laying upon the law of attraction card, is then starting to manifest in your world. If you keep focus on what it is that you want to do, if your energy is in alignment with that. Yeah. I love energy. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just touching upon. Like, figure out what you want to do, why you're not doing that, or actually not why you're not doing that, but like what's hindering you from doing what you want. Because there's like, to be blunt honest, there's actually nothing except yourself hindering you from doing what you want, because you create everything that you want in your life. No one else is creating anything in your life other than you. That is how law of attraction works. Let's see. This was a rather short reading, but also very precise. So do you have any advice? Any advice? Whoops, yes. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. That's about changing the changing your mindset. There's a small eagle up here, or owl maybe. I can't tell. It's a bird, and that speaks to me about changing your perception of things, and start like speaking. Not more blunt, but more, but more from the heart. because it feels like that you're maybe walking out your heart, which would also make sense with like figuring out what your desires are. Ooh. In terms of, and like following you know, the path that is expected you to go instead of the path that you actually want to go. So here with the sword and the light, like find that light within you, and go get it, man. Like there's nothing stopping you. Then we have the King of Swords here, and that's just like to tell you that that you have like a lot of growth, not a lot of growth to do, but like you will grow and you will get better. And here behind the king, there's a planet behind him. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. There's a planet here behind him, and that's just like this is the way for you to get in touch with the universe. And I feel like you have this urge to refine the universe again. Almost like when you were a kid, you were like super in tune with the universe, and then like life in society and just all the norms, you know, that's beginning to not be norms, happened, and then you forgot, like most kids do, because that's what we're taught. But you have the like this is the road for you to find back to that core, to the universe. And at the bottom of the deck there is actually the Page of Swords. And as the king got put out, I saw this card up here as the Queen of Swords, because of the blue colors. So you actually have all the quad cards of the swords. So this is pure mentality work for you that is hindering your soul connection. And you have the power to change that. Like right now it's like this, you know, like you're not like the page is, you know, a bearer of a message, and right now you, like before starting watching this video, you maybe weren't even aware that this was the message. Like you weren't even aware that this was it. So after watching this video, this card would be upright, and you're like, okay, this is where we are. And then you are able to start taking actions towards becoming this Knight of Swords, and then eventually the Queen of Swords, and then the King of Swords, because you have that, like, I feel you have this momentum that when you first get going in something, you're like just storming at it, and you can do that in this instance. You can't do that with this, because it's only a matter of mindset changes, perspective changes. But like action wise, don't take any actions before you have gotten confirmation from your intuition or from the universe that this is the right action, so you don't end up making a choice that's just going to repeat this pattern. But in terms of your mindsets, like you can go ahead and like storm in and like change it immediately, so you can so you're able to make this choice. Maybe let's see here what's blocking you from making that choice. Ooh, these cards are even bigger than the other ones. So what's blocking pile 2 from making the choice? Angel of Strength. Yeah, okay. Anything else? I'll show it to you in a bit. Anything else? What's blocking pile 2 from making a choice? Thank you. Parking Angel. Okay. I haven't seen that card before. Parking Angel. That's so funny. Okay. Well, first here we got the Angel of Strength. Never mind, I actually scratched that. We're starting with this one. Here with the Angel of Parking, I don't... this is about comfort zone. And this feels like that right now, if after watching this video, if you're still a bit like, I'm not sure which way to go, this is because of your comfort zone. This is because like our ego is made in the way that we have this comfort zone that we create when we are kids, and this comfort zone is where we feel safe. In this comfort zone, we know what's going to happen, we know how people are going to react, and we know how we are going to react, most importantly. And then when you start to challenge that comfort zone with growth, as changing your mindset and your entire perspective of everything would be, your ego and your inner child that is trying to protect you from pain, which is what the comfort zone is there to do, you're like hitting the brakes and like, nope, I can't do that. But that is just your inner child wanting to prevent you from getting hurt. So your comfort zone is actually a protection field. But when it can also become something that's hindering growth, because we can't keep living, or we can, but if we want to live differently, then we don't need our comfort zone to be in control. We want to be in control. So you're being urged to be aware of those like breaking points coming in your mentality. That's just your comfort zone, your inner child that wants you to stay where you are, to stay in the pattern that you're in, to stay diverting you away from your soul connection. And with the strength card, it's like you like two things. It's like you're both insecure. No, sorry, you're both insecure. I'll get back to that, what I just threw. You're both insecure whether or not you have the strength that it requires for you to climb the mountain of your own mentality blockage, of your own comfort zone. And it's also an encouragement from your spirit guides and angels on the other side that they are helping you and that you have the strength. Especially like here with this reading, I feel like there's just like so many spirit guides here with me right now. That's like encouraging you to like go, 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 go. So like they're really just rooting for you and hoping that you are willing to take this jump. It almost feels like the Fool card could be right here, because like it feels like that doing this would be like a leap of faith for you. The Fool card is like taking a leap of faith and new beginnings and all that stuff, and he's on a mountain hill as well. But this is like, take that leap of faith. This could be fun. This card set just spoke to me. Let's see. Came the opposite. Came the Tower card. And it feels like that many of you knows what the Tower card means. The Tower card speaks about breaking down illusions and changing everything. And this is there actually to tell you that this won't be a tower moment. So despite you dropping everything that you feel that you have, guided by your intuition that is, it won't be a tower moment for you. So you can make that leap of faith, knowingly, comfortably safe that you're guided and you're protected, and that everything is not going to crumble down around you, because this is an alignment with your soul. So this is what needs to happen, not need to happen, but this is what should happen in order for you to, not should, I don't know the word there, but this is what you're being guided to do in order to reach that soul connection. And what I was with the numbers here is like they are number 4, and number 6. Just before on the timer I saw it was 42. Okay, that's actually 7 minutes ago. Wow, time goes fast. No, that was 42. And 42 is being decreased to 6, which is what's here. And 6 is the number of unconditional love, and 4 is the number of stability. And how we say, like, it's also like, for me 4 is also like love. So this is definitely a path of love and passion, gratitude, compassion, everything that is source, everything that is divine, that is going or awaits you down this path. And just like this last one, view from above, get the big picture. Didn't we have an eagle somewhere? That, yeah, we did here. This is just like, it really feels like that your comfort zones are like already spiking up, like watching this video, so you're like constantly needing like those peaks. That's why this was here, like to just clarify that like the bird picture and what's happening behind the scenes that you can't see, it's actually happening, and you are able to see it. Just take a step back and observe. Yeah, now they got silent. That's what I had for you. If anything resonated, if you liked the reading, please comment, like, subscribe. Any interaction you do with the channel helps me out like insanely much, because then I can grow the channel and reach more people, and God, do I want to do that. So yeah, please consider like, subscribe, comment, and then we will get ready for group number 3. So hello, group number 3. Let's find out what is hindering your soul connection. I will first get out all the cards, and then we will look at them afterwards. So, Spirit, what's hindering group 3 soul connection? 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Whoops. Page of Pentacles in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Justice in reverse. Queen of Wands upright. Any more cards, Spirit? What is hindering group 3 soul connection? Whoa, whoops. 9 of Wands upright. Okay. Temperance upright. 10 of Cups. 7 of Swords reversed. I don't know if you can actually see that. 5 of Swords upright. So, yes, okay, you want to. Ooh, the High Priestess upright. The Magician reversed, I couldn't see. Okay. Ooh, and bottom deck energy here is the Moon. I get the feeling that we are going to touch upon the Moon a bit later. But right now we're just going to start off with these. So yeah, they're kind of okay in this shot. It's a bit small. Okay. So I feel here that there is a lot going on. There is a lot going on here. But by that I mean that there's a lot going on inside of yourself. And there's a lot of healing. There's a lot of shadow being revealed. Yeah. There's a lot of shadow aspects within you. There's a lot of darkness that's beginning to surface. And you can see that in the way that we both have the Justice and the Two of Pentacles card, both about balance, where it's just not going very well, to the outside world, that is. Like, that sounded wrong. Like that you know, the how we are feeling doesn't always reflect to the outside world. But with this much going on right now, it's like you are losing the mask more frequently. It's like it's maybe like it's more difficult to hide how you're really feeling. It's like it's just like whatever's inside just want to burst out of you. That it's like there's just too much of it inside of you. And that's actually a good thing, that you allow that energy to just burst out when it gets too much. Obviously it should be, you know, in a non-damaging way, because the more you let the imbalances out, the closer you will be to balance. The Temperance card here is upright. It's also about balance, like she's also having scales. But the thing is, with the like, let it out and then let it go. Because if you keep focusing on how you let it out, or focusing on what you let out, or focusing on that you should not have let it out, then it'll happen again and 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 again. Because what we focus on is what we get. So allow these outbursts and let them go. Because you can't change what happened anyway. So release it and know that you can do differently. Yeah. I feel here with the page of Pentacles in reverse is that a way, if you look at it, it's a kid that's like, how can, like with two fairies around it. Oh, the lights, sorry. So that was a weird sound. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Okay, that was weird. Give me a second. Great, now I'm back. Okay, so I think I was here with this page of Pentacles, that this is a kid and two fairies. So it feels like that in order for you to realign with your soul connection, one of the steps is to find that inner child that likes to play. Find that inner child that's been damaged in the sense that playing is not a good thing. Because as I think I mentioned, there's kids on this card, Two of Pentacles too. So there is a blockage within your inner playfulness, and I really feel like that is one of the key steps for you. Down here below, there is the Ten of Cups, and this talks about emotional fulfillment. So finding that inner child, healing it, and setting him or her free is one of the things that can lead you to emotional freedom. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. One of my kids woke up in the meantime too, so I've been in there with them. Emotional fulfillment, yeah. And I feel like with this, like there's like a mermaid here in the back, as you can see there. That's like turning away from the gathering. But I feel like with this that she actually wants to join. And so that is like I see that as your inner child that actually wants to, this is totally with the moon, sing a song. See, there are notes like around her, like her voice. She wants to come out and sing her song. She wants to come out. I'm saying she because this is a woman here in the card. It might as well be he. Wants to come out and sing a song and speak the truth and play and glare at the moon and look at the stars and see the beauty in the world. So I feel like you, oh my god, I'm sorry. So I feel like you're really being urged to find that inner child, to find that inner joy and happiness. And with the King of Wands here in reverse, it's like it's going to take some time. And it's going to be obstacle filled is like the word I'm sensing. Like it's not going, it's not that it's difficult or challenging. There's just going to be some obstacles that you're going that you'll have to get over. And I feel here with the, oh dear, I'm so sorry. Ooh, I feel here with the Seven of Swords. It was in reverse, by the way. That it is about finding. Swords represents the mind, so it's about finding the seeds in your mind, finding the words and the patterns in your mind that you are telling yourself that are no longer serving you. If you see your mind as this chest laying here, and then all the swords, just like you have to just crack that chest open and then find the things inside you that you want to keep and let the rest of it go. But as I mentioned before, like one of the things that you definitely would want to keep and let loose is that inner child. And we already touched upon this card here with the Justice card in reverse. And if you see it on it here, there's a small dagger, a sword if you want. And again, like figure out what you want to keep. And the scrolls here I see as programming. So you have like you're being giving a choice to either choose. So sorry, there was a kid that woke up again. I'm not. Okay, so you're being asked here, guided here with the card, that you have a choice. That you can either continue the programming as you have always done, like just tab along, or you can choose the sword that's also representing truths, and then you can find out the truth of who you are, and you will find that truth by aligning with your soul. And here with the Five of Swords, whoa, incoming dog, hello. Why is this so, I really feel everything's all over the place, like, you know, this like energy. Then there's weird sounds and my dogs and the kids, and I'm so yawning, like, yeah, yawning. I'm so tired all of a sudden, like it feels like it's there's just a lot going on. The energy is just everywhere, and it's kind of draining. So with this Five of Swords, if you see, like, she's bleeding, she got a bit of hurt there. Like, okay, obviously they're playing with swords, but it may feel like that you don't want to, or that you're scared of finding out the truth that's within you because you're scared of being hurt. But it will only hurt a little bit. Stop it. Thank you. And the hurt will pass. And when this period of transitioning and healing and finding your truth are over. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry, part 3. You will step into this Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, it's weird. I actually only noticed now, like the King and Queen of Wands, where you will have this newfound passion and compassion and love and gratitude for like everything, and you'll just feel this abundant energy and this fire and playfulness. It's like that kid, like if you see the pentacle here, like he's holding, has that like golden glow. It's like the same golden glow like up on her head. Like she has just that playful energy. And I also feel like, because like there's a king and queen, that like it will do something within your relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, then someone will come, and this will be like unlike anything you have experienced before. I don't want to label the connection, also because this is like a general reading, but there is huge potential here. And with the High Priestess, this is like a super spiritual and intuitive card. Yeah, thank you, Doc. Where you're like having that aspect of yourself getting integrated in you, in that Queens of Wands energy. Sorry, dog tail. Like and just her whole aspect of being, like if you look here onto her heart chakra, like the green colors, everything is just better in a way. It's more love, and it really feels like you have been waiting for that. And now with the green color, if you see here around, like there's also this type, like kind of green glow around everyone. So even though it may hurt, it is to heal your heart, and healing of the heart. That would be like that is, you know, what's hindering your soul connection. That is your heart that's unfulfilled. That's like, it's like your heart is not whole. And one of like the kids, like the playfulness is definitely one of the steps to that, you know, journey. This ended being a timeline. Here with the Nine of Wands, I feel dedication, and I feel determination, and I feel like this mentality, like two things actually. This mentality of just like keep going, you know, when you start something, then you keep going. And this is the mentality that's needed in order to go through all of these steps and reach that point where I feel like you want to be. But this is also a kind of a warning of not overdo it. Don't try to fix everything at once. Don't try to do everything at once. Just let it flow. How will group 3 know if it's too much or if it's flow? Oopsie, that one. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. That is a beautiful card. Ooh, do you see the snake up there on her head? Yeah, you can see. That is a beautiful card. This to me just actually just pure simple tells me that you would just you're just going to know. Like I feel like that you here, pile 3, that you have such a strong intuition already, connection to your intuition and your soul, that you have the ability or the possibility to just ask and you will receive the answer, whether or not you should do this or whether or not you shouldn't do this. So keep that in mind if you feel that urge to just work, like ask, is this for my highest self, or is this, just ask if this is for my highest self, and then you will know, then you will get the answer, and then from there on you make the decision to either continue to work, or if you're like gonna take a step back and take a pause. Then as a final card, tarot card here, you have the Magician in reverse. To me, the Magician is the most powerful card in the entire deck, because it's a she here, has mastered all of the aspects of the small arcana. And the fact that it's in reverse at the very end tells me that your focus in your thought and what you're manifesting should not be as much on the material aspects. It should not be on your on your material life. The Magician is also the master manifester, whereas it should be more focused on your spiritual sides, or your emotional side, or what you are going to do with the abundance within you, rather than what you just want to receive. Why oh, okay, that was fast. We have I was going to ask why, sorry about dog, why is the Magician, or why should the focus be on the internal stuff? And we got the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. I don't know if you can see it. And with the Page of Pentacles, First of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck, and the Page is like 2 steps below the Queen in the rank of the cards. So if when manifesting, if you have your focus on the material aspects, you will be granted your manifestation slower, rather than having ninja, sorry, part 3, rather than having focus on your emotional and your spiritual side, the aspects, then your manifestations will move faster, and it will come to you faster. And when this comes to you faster, the emotional aspects of your manifestation, then the material aspects will tag along faster as well, rather than just having focus on the material aspects. That was interesting. Okay, so Do we have any advice for pile 3 on how to move along on this journey? Let's check the light, it's getting quite dark here, it's okay. So do we have any advice for pile number 3 here? Whoops. Father Sky, trust in the, and because it was so dark, I wrote universe instead of the unknown. So I think we, like, there was a point with that. So trust the universe. And the bird, like the eagle of, yeah, I think it's an eagle. It's like get the bigger picture, or like there is a bigger picture that you're maybe not able to see yet. But eventually that bigger picture will be revealed for you, and you will then like understand why you had to go through all of these steps. And we have traveler, traveler, move in a new direction. I feel like this means two things. It both means, like with everything that we have been going through here, like get focused on these situations, and then focus on like when they happen, then figure out, okay, what triggered it, and what do I want to do instead. Not keeping focused on the problem, like what happened, why did it happen, why did it happen, why did it happen, but what do I want to do instead. Because by keeping focus on what you want to do instead, then that's what you're going to attract in your life, in your reality. So when you have focus on what you want to change, then that change will come to you. If you have focus on what you want to achieve by focusing on what you want to change. I hope that makes sense. But it could also mean, it does also mean for some of you that it is in the physical world, like a moving, a change of job, or like that there is something down that path that we're gonna put some cards on soon. And then the last advice here is the hermit, retreat. That word always triggers my tongue. Retreat and recharge. So go within, seek within, and find what's inside, because you have everything inside of you, all the validation that you need, all the answers, all the questions actually are also on the inside of you. And like the star symbolic, I don't know if you can see it here, you can't. Here behind him, focus, car, focus. Yeah, like star symbolism behind him. That's similar to this one. It's up here. Focus. There we go. It's not the same, like this is a regular compass, but it reminded me of them. So also before making a decision, like that we're going to get some clarifiers on now, search within, because keep in mind this is a general reading. So, traveler, what is it? Can we get some clarifying for the change of job or change of living location? How will pile 3 know where, other than asking within? How will pile 3 know what or where? How will pile 3 know what or where with the traveler? Okay, asking the wrong question, am I being told? So let's see, should we ask why instead, Spirit? Why does pile 3 need to change the location of that job? Why should pile 3 change the location on their job? There we go. Thank you. So we have 3 cards here. That's so funny. I love energy. I think I've said this in each pile today. We have unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. That is a bit about the same. I don't recall which one it was. Maybe it wasn't even in this reading. Maybe, like every reading now too has been talking about comfort zones. So that's like a huge factor in the collective energies right now. Comfort zones. Get out of them. And this card really underlines that in terms of the travel, one of the reasons that you are to travel change is because that getting onto like unknown territories will also make you more what's the word, encourage you more to look within, because if you know, like if we know what we're gonna do when we're gonna do it, imagine like when you if you have a license, you know, learning to drive a car, if you're watching this and you don't have a car, then try to keep up. I don't know, like when you're being taught how to drive a car, you're like dead on focused on what you're gonna do, because everything is just happening, and you just need to be sure. You don't know, you know, exactly what to do, so you need to think. You need okay. Okay. Sorry, I said okay many times then. I'm being guided to not use that example because not everyone will be able to follow along. Okay. Then let's school reading. Okay. When you're being taught how to read, then you take one word at a time, one word at a time, one word at a time while you're learning it. Because you are to keep your focus on that one word and figuring out, putting all the letters together and figuring out, okay, which word is this? What does that word mean? And you're just dead on focused on where you are. Whereas when you have learned to read, then and you read books, you don't have this much focus on all the words rather than the entire sentence. So by going on to unknown territory, by traveling to unknown territories, you will be more focused, you'll be more centered, you'll be more grounded, you will be in you. Okay, Spirit could accept that one. And then we have the distant thunder, clear the air. That could also mean that there is something in your surroundings right now that are not serving you. That's something in your surroundings that are not serving your highest purpose. That needs to be, as the card said, cleared out. And the easiest and fastest way is simply to just go somewhere else. And I feel like with the magician that you had in reverse here, like you are good at manifesting already. You know how to manifest already. And because the moving here will be aligned with your soul path, will be for your highest good, will eventually strengthen that soul connection, then that like new home or that new job or that new whatever resonates with you that this card speaks to you about is going to manifest quickly because it's in alignment. So figure out, ask inside where you want to go, not why you want to go there, but where, how you will feel, and then it will come to you, because this is in alignment. There's nothing that needs to get cleared out when you first have come to the acceptance of this needing to happen. And then there's here, reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. And that is just like, you know, like the following of this, like the path, and then you will find that castle. It's actually funny, there's a castle and she's in a castle. Maybe it's actually opposite, so like walking away from the castle. But like nonetheless, you have this light within you, and this light is just ready to come out, and like your own castle, your own bubble, your own light, your own everything is just waiting for you to find it. And I really feel that you are going to find it. Just make the choice to do so, and start looking for those, whoops, thank you, for those inner children that needs some healing. So let's see what comes. I have no idea what's going to come here. So we have the star, and that is really powerful with the high priestess. And then here again with your light shining brightly, like there is really something, like some spiritual like, pardon my words, I can't come my note, but there's really some spiritual shit within you that wants to come out and see the light. And it all starts with finding those kids and accepting where you are. And then out came the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the entire deck. But it being in reverse is telling me that it is not going to be as slow as you may be anticipating. It's not going to be as fast as it wants either, but it's not going to go as slow as you anticipate. But it all comes down to making that choice. And then there was the Nine of Swords here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So it was actually in reverse. And oh, it's like clearing now. Okay, that's interesting. If you hold it like this, then you have like his shade and the wolf, and then you have like the shadow, the shadow, and it looks like a butterfly. I love energy. I have never thought about it before. So this is just ultimate transformation going on here. Let's put it like that, like the butterfly. Wow, that was really beautiful. Ultimate transformation. And like you see, like the light over his head, like it's the same as with the star, and with the same as the high priestess, and actually also the Queen of Wands. So there's really some spiritual shit going down within you. So many things are happening, and so fast, but it feels so slow. But it's this is beautiful. I feel there's just one more thing wanting to come through to you guys. My pile 3. So Spirit, what's the last thing you want to say to pile 3? What do they need to know? What do pile 3 need to know, Spirit? What's the last thing you want to say to them? What's the last thing you want to say to pile 3? What do you want to say to pile 3? Do you have any advice or any ideas, encouragements, warnings? This is a trigger you want to get out. Do you have any warnings, still not nothing. No advice. Anything you want to say to part 3 before we end the video? This is really struggling to come out. This is really a specific card. I'm feeling that it means like something personal to some of you watching it. Okay, Spirit. Please give me the card that you want to show me. What is it that you want to tell? Okay. Since it's not popping out on its own, it's difficult for me to shuffle these cards because they're so big. My hands are kind of small. So we're gonna do it like this instead. So which card is it? This one. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we have great mystery here. This is green and blue, and I'm immediately being sent to the chakras, throat and heart chakra, as we talked about with the High Priestess here. Well, you couldn't see that here, High Priestess. So be sure to speak your truth always. And if you feel like this is a theme for you about speaking your truth, you should go watch pile 2. Speaking your truth is about honoring your feelings and your emotions and talking from them and honoring them and saying no when you want to say no and say yes when you want to say yes and all that. And I don't feel like this is a big issue to watch, like for you. Like the specific small amount that was meant for this. But I feel like that with the King of Wands potentially coming in, that it will give some blockages within your ability to speak your truth because of old patterns. And this is like a warning, or not a warning, a little beacon of light, like be aware of that. And then there was the Grandfather Sky here again, like this card, Father Sky. Just have faith in the universe. And if you have a past masculine, there is a specific message to you that I am not able to go into here because it's a private message. But if you resonate with this, reach out to me and then we can figure something out. That is what I have for you, my pile number 3s. It was a quite long reading, but it ended very well, I think. If anything resonated or you like the reading, please consider to comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps out my channel to grow, and I have a huge desire to grow my channel and reach more people and help more people. So please consider that, and otherwise I will see you in the next one, and I wish you a wonderful day or evening.